Mr. McGregor, seconded by Mr. Duval, moves for leave to introduce a bill entitled An Act to Amend the Canada Pension Plan Investment Board Act, Investments. This motion is deemed adopted. The Honourable Member for Cowichan, Malahat, Langford.
Mr. Speaker, I am pleased and honored to rise in the House today to introduce my private member's bill, which will amend the investment policy, standards and procedures of the Canada Pension Plan Investment Board to ensure that no CPP funds are invested in any entity that has performed acts or carried out work contrary to ethical business practices or has committed human, labour or environmental rights violations. The Canada Pension Plan Investment Board, which oversees $368 billion CPP fund, was set up by an Act of Parliament in 1997 and is mandated to invest in the best interests of CPP contributors and beneficiaries by maximizing returns without undue risk of loss. It is important to note that my bill will not change this mandate. Despite its adherence to a policy on responsible investing, the CPPIB has billions of dollars in direct private investments in the oil gas sector and was recently found to have increased holdings in 2 private U.S. companies that run American prisons. The CPPIB has also been found to have significant holdings in various arms manufacturing industries and has previously invested in companies implicated in human rights abuses. The Canada Pension Plan is an important part of our country's retirement system, but Canadians expect that its investments are carried out with certain principles in mind. By amending Section 35 of the Canada Pension Plan Investment Board Act to specify ethical practices in human, labour and environmental rights considerations, Bill C-431 does just that. Thank you.
Mr. McGregor, seconded by Mr. Duval, moves that the bill be now read a first time and be printed. This motion is deemed adopted.
Première lecture de ce projet de loi, first reading of this bill.
When shall the bill be read a second time? At the next sitting of the House.